Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about Taurus season 2022. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. I work with my angels and guides to assist my clients in many areas of their lives, to bring them special messages from loved ones who have passed, to dialogue with their angels for guidance into their own situation, or to assist them with their own psychic abilities. If you like my content, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. That's right. April 20th, 2022, we have our sun move into the sign of Taurus, and that's going to make us feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more down to earth. But I guarantee you it's going to kind of bring up some things that you may want to kind of get rid of at this point as well. So let's talk about kind of how this Taurus season is going to be affecting most of us. We've just had this Aries season of just go, 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 constantly go, 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 go some more, and kind of keep pushing our energy. And now we hit Taurus season, it's kind of like, oh, here we go to a stop, and kind of just relax in this energy. And that's going to be the really, really fun part of this, is relaxing in this energy, relaxing in what's going on. And you may feel like you need to ground a little bit more often, and that could be doing more grounding meditations or kind of getting into some different meditations at different times. Not everybody has to ground constantly, but you may feel a little bit more driven to kind of like, I feel like I need to ground a little bit. So this is kind of just what's happening. But Taurus energy is way steady, kind of calm, focused, kind of finding your center balance. And that may be finding your balance between your work and your family, your friends and your family, your career, family life, kids, people, mom and dad, all that kind of stuff. You're going to kind of feel like all of that craziness going on, and kind of finding that balance for everything. So not only do we have all of that energy going on, but we have a lot of other things in play, and we have a lot of planetary energies that are coming into retrograde almost at the same time. So it's kind of like, whoa. So right now we have Neptune that went into pre-shadow on March 7th. And Neptune is kind of all of that energy, and it's just starting to slow down. It's not completely in full retrograde right now, but it's the planet of dreams, misconceptions of kind of like, what do we want to do? How do we want to do things? Our dream life, kind of bringing that kind of like pseudo world into our regular world. And how are we going to do that? Neptune also amplifies our psychic abilities. So during this time frame, especially with Taurus on board, we're going to kind of feel really grounded in our psychic abilities and kind of what's going on. Next planet, please. We have Saturn, who started into retrograde February 26th, and it's still in the sign of Aquarius. And this is going to be kind of a difficult planet, and it's starting to slow down. So it's just beginning its cycle. And it's all about the structure and disciplines. You're going to feel that kind of coming up. Like, I feel like I need to do something in Taurus energy, but it's going to be kind of like Taurus energy is taking over, and kind of like, no, relax, take it easy, don't worry about it. So that's going to be in fluctuation as well. Next, we have Mercury going into retrograde. Yay! I have links to all of these down below, so make sure that you kind of keep track of all of the planets in retrograde and how they're going to be affecting you. So we have Mercury going into pre-retrograde or pre-shadow on April 26th in the sign of Taurus. And so we're going to kind of feel a little grounded at the beginning, but also during Taurus season, it's going to turn and do full retrograde on May 10th. So that's going to be a little bit more intensifying of its energy, a little bit more like crush of like, let's get into all of this. And because it's going to be in full retrograde in the sign of Gemini, which is its home ruling planet, kind of like it's going to feel comfortable here. You are going to see people up more communication, more miscommunications, like this desire, like I feel like I need to reach out to someone and kind of clear up some miscommunications, or I feel like I need to send an email, or I feel like I need to make a phone call, whatever it is. You're going to see people kind of in that communication zone. And because Mercury is in its home planet, you're going to see a lot of people talking about money. Yes, you are going to see people talking about like their finances, mortgages, their budgets, how do they deal with money, how do they don't deal with money. You're going to see a lot of this, and a lot of this is going to be out there for you to kind of take an advantage of. So kind of keep an eye to that, or an ear to that, and kind of like, where is this going to take an advantage for me? How am I going to make this? And you may hear some tips or tricks that will really help you. So next we have Pluto, turns retrograde and goes into post shadow on April 29th. And so it's going to be in the sign of Capricorn. And this is kind of like resurfacing some old wounds, some things that we haven't dealt with in a while, or things that we want to bring up. And then with all of the other stuff, Mercury and Gemini, we're going to feel like, oh, we need to talk about all this. So this is going to be kind of amping up for all of us. Next planet, please. We have Jupiter going into pre-shadow energy May 4th, and we'll be entering the sign of Aries as well. And so this is kind of like, it's going to go into retrograde pre-shadow on May 4th, and then enter Aries after that time frame. So it's going to be kind of in both signs during this time frame. Jupiter in retrograde is all about kind of restoring our faith and kind of like taking a break for a few minutes. And it's going to be this rare opportunity to kind of be by yourself. You're going to kind of feel like this cave time, like I just need a little bit of cave time to myself, and kind of take a step back for a little bit. Now, the big kicker comes on April 30th. We have an eclipse. Yep. I have a whole bunch of videos on that, and a whole bunch of energy of like, how is this going to affect us, and how is it going to affect you in particular? So this is going to be a really great one. Just so you know, eclipses are all about like apexes of energy. It's going to be a whole bunch of energy all at once. And this is going to be great if you're ready to take advantage of this energy. You're going to find sudden resolutions and kind of like, I'm ready to upgrade, and then just boom, it's done. You may be like, hey, I think I'm ready to find some love, and boom, there they show up. Like, whoa. Yeah, really fast, crazy energy on April 30th. And so this solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus is going to be like the start of a whole bunch of new stuff, kind of like zoom, where do we want to go? How do we want to deal with this? Where do we want to go next? This energy is going to be pushing this really, really hard and fast. We are also having a lot of opportunity to kind of bring things in new, kind of make some new changes, kind of where do we want to go after this? What's up next for us? Where do we want to enter into next? What's coming up next for not only everybody else, but for me as well? Then on May 16th or 15th and 16th, we are going to have a lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra. And in Houston time, that's going to be from like about 8:30 to about 1 a.m. on the 16th. And this is, like I said, in the sign of Libra. So it's going to be a little bit more easy, a little bit more like pushing our creativity and kind of amping us forward. It's not necessarily going to be hard. I really think that the solar eclipse is going to be a little bit more like hard energy to work through, where the lunar eclipse I think is going to be a little bit easier on that part. So let's pull some angel cards and get us some more information about all of this Taurus season 2022 and how it's going to affect us. Let's see. My first card is about motivation. And I really feel this is all about Mars and kind of moving our energy forward and kind of pushing what we want to do, and kind of where do we want to end up? Where do we want to end up at the end of all of this Taurus season with our eclipses and our retrograde starting? How is this going to affect us, and where are we going to end up in all of this energy as well? Next card is courage. You really have to have the courage. You really, really do. Kind of have to have courage to move forward. Where do you want to be at the end of this? Do you have courage to ask the universe or your creator for what you really, really, really want in your life? What is it that you really choose to come out of this eclipse season with? This one is all about support. You have support on the other side. Your angels and guides are with you constantly, always cheering you on, always pushing your energy, and always want you to be the best you that you can possibly be. Self-improvement. This is one that's coming up for a lot of people. And I do feel like these eclipses are really about pushing us into our self-improvement, kind of what do I want to fix about me? Where do I want to fix in me, and not necessarily everybody else? I know it's easier to go, you fix you, but it doesn't really work that way. We really have to work with our energy and kind of fix ourselves and kind of decide what we want to be on the other side of all of this. Welcome to the new. This eclipse energy is all going to be brand new. We are going to have some more late October and November timeframe, but this is all about what do you want new right now before we hit the summer season. Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? And where do you want to end up? I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.